Right, YouTube, I'm Shadow King Nazaru, and I'm here with my review of Dragon Ball Super, episode 124. I apologize for being so late. I got caught up with playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, and I've been uploading that. Puts it in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, it's raid week, so yeah, that's going to take a lot of my time. But I wanted to get this review in. And we're also going to have a few things to talk about Dragon Ball. Okay, so we continue off with Goku and Vegeta fighting Jiren, with Goku and using Kaioken's 20 Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and Vegeta using his improved Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan state, whatever it's called. And they still have seen Jiren struggling with some parts with their combinations together. Ultimately leading into striking them with a Kamehameha and a Final Flash. Unfortunately, they do not combine together to the final Kamehameha. I guess we should at least be grateful that we got it when they fought the Dangerous Trio. I mean, the Trio of Danger. Yeah, that's what they were called. But Jiren, like the top dog that he is, just tanks it, and you can tell just by the artwork and the scenery behind, like he just came out of a volcano. He is pissed. I mean, he didn't do significant damage, but he is royally pissed. And he says, "But so you finally showed your true strength." So yeah, things are definitely starting to get serious. But enough of that exciting stuff. We gotta cut to Frieza. Boy. So Frieza is struggling against Dispo, which I rather like. But then Dispo starts to get a little cocky, and then Frieza gets the upper hand for a moment. And that's when Frieza starts to offer Dispo a deal. He tells him that even if we continue fighting, we'll just be wasting each other's stamina until one of us makes a mistake. And even if you eliminate me, you still have to get through Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, and Android 17. So that's 4 guys that still have that he'd still have to go against. So his offer is that if he promises to use the Super Dragon Balls to resurrect Frieza, then Frieza will do what he can to help Universe 11 win. But Dispo ultimately declines because he says that Frieza is evil and he's all about justice. Justice. Unfortunately, Frieza gets rather ticked off by this and have to go into his golden form. But Dispo doesn't think it's all that much, and he thinks his speed is enough to take Frieza out, which he does by landing a punch. But unfortunately, it didn't have enough power behind it, and now Frieza's at a comparable level that he can at least keep up with Dispo to some degree, and starts wailing on Dispo. And Frieza continues to mock Dispo, saying how he's trash, relying on speed, and all about the justice. And this causes Dispo to get so angry that it enters his, I think it was called Maximum Super Light Speed mode. And man, they need to really work on the titles of their attacks, or techniques as it were. But it's basically looks like Dispo if he was covered in Beerus's God of Destruction aura. And this causes Dispo to become so fast that once again, Frieza's led at a disadvantage. So basically we're with an unstoppable force meets an immovable object situation. Frieza can't harm Dispo because he's too fast, and Dispo can't do enough damage to Frieza because, well, he's not strong enough. I mean, not doing enough damage to make any significant difference outside of just annoying Frieza. But he was able to almost push Frieza back to a ring out, but Gohan intervenes. Thanks, Gohan. We could have actually gotten rid of Frieza. Then we could have just stuck with all the characters that I actually like. But nope. We Gohan had to save the villain. And Frieza makes a comment about this, that asking, "Are you sure this is wise to save me, Saiyan? You know I might actually betray you this time." And Gohan says, "You try that. I'll come after you and kick your ass." I may be paraphrasing that, but it's basically the same context. So yeah, I gotta give props. That was pretty badass, Gohan. And I'm not like those Gohan fanboys who want Gohan to be like he wasn't back in the Cell Cycle with Super Saiyan 2, because I know that's not his actual personality. He likes to be a nerd and all that, and I respect that, unlike his fans. And that's going to lead to a topic we'll talk about some other time. But yeah, Frieza just then acknowledges Gohan as the leader and agrees to follow his lead. Although he starts to get sarcastic with it. So Gohan and Frieza start to double team on Dispo, but there's still no match for his speed, and it still gives him trouble. Then Gohan comes with a plan that they need to corner Dispo, and so he tells Gohan tells Frieza to continuously fire his death beams to create a cage. So it'll give Dispo limited fighting space, and Gohan can just keep pushing Dispo back until he gets ringed out. And this seems to work. This worked incredibly well, as Dispo has full power, and Gohan seems to be evenly matched, but with the limited space, Dispo can't work at its full potential. So it works more in Gohan's favor. Unfortunately, creating the Death Beam cage was too strenuous on Golden Frieza, and the ability dissipates and causes Frieza to pant. I'm surprised that it didn't take Frieza out of his golden form, and also take away all his time that from being in the living world. In the living realm, because as it was explained in the Buu Saga and classic Dragon Ball, Fortune Teller Baba's spell to revive people in the last 24 hours, but you could cause it to pass faster if you use up a lot of energy. But Gohan manages to save the situation by doing what his father did to his uncle Raditz, and put Dispo in a full Nelson, in which Frieza even compliments this idea being a brilliant idea, especially since this will allow him to kill two birds with one stone. And Gohan encourages him to ring them both out, to which Frieza obliges. And that was pretty much the episode. Now, a lot of people said they were pissed off because they thought that this was a terrible way for Gohan to go out. Didn't think he did enough in the tournament over in this saga in general. I call bullshit on that. He's gotten plenty of good moments in this tournament and beforehand. So and I did like the strategy, and begrudgingly I will say seeing Gohan team up with Frieza was somewhat interesting. So no, I thought it was a rather enjoyable episode. Next episode we'll be seeing Frieza and Android 17 take on Toppo, and Toppo is about to get super pissed and more dangerous than he's ever been. So that's my review of episode 124. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to be talking about the announcement that Dragon Ball Super is going to go on hiatus in March, and another commentary rant about the fandom. So look forward to those, and I'll catch you guys later.